I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her soul. No, I said, what you mean? Whoa, 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 whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I was fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag board, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think road still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bag, gon' get it. What you mean?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Browns continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 of the year. It's the Steamers going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Memphis Steamers and the Cleveland Browns. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And some room to roam now. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. In motion, the tight end. And he motions the wide receiver. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger to the right side and complete to Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a gain there of 11 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Play clock winding down. The first carry now. This is Hill. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Thomas, the man in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. He spins free. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Roethlisberger will throw. A screen complete to Crowell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking long for his tight end. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
In motion, the tight end Reed. Now a handoff looking right. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They begin with a run by Crowell. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Two.
Again, it's Crowell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from Cleveland after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. Going to give this time to the tailback. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Coleman has it here right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. A first down carry now for Crowell. And some room to work. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Evans comes in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 18. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore, and the Ravens have opened things up there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Now a handoff to Crowell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now, Jack, Patriot. All right, here we go. Detroit. Over. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Watch it now. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught on the right side, Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll run with Crowell, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On third down, Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? In motion left is Thomas. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss, finding some room at midfield. And they'll cut it to the right sideline. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for the Browns. 52 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll toss it to Crowell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a handoff as they run left side. Space to maneuver at the 40. And look out, I think he's going to go. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And now running right through it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Browns on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Roethlisberger. Quick hitch, complete. It's Coleman. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40 and cuts out right sideline. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And what a big-time play there. 48 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
All right, here we go. Over. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Man, you don't want with them, bro. Oh, you, and it better get low. Extorting, you ain't got no friends, they'll be with that like a Chanel scarf like rainbow. $1,000, this ain't your cloth. You ain't, that ain't no sauce. I can see the noodles made for poodles. I'm thinking about the La Ferrari coupe. 1.8, the option is the roof. Greens is a secret to the youth. Your goals are malnourished. Please spit the juice. Y'all be vaping, I be laden. Yes, y'all be aping. I'm Richard Mill Nation. No diamonds, just tourbillon facing with gears and sprockets with the sapphire casing.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Here's a little story about a kid from Morocco. Had to show Carlito I was Benny Blanco. Check it out. Raindrop, all set. Plug, we the outlet. Child put me in the box, I'm in the box off. All the face shorty, socks off. Mac Miller, Reggie Miller, the killer, Canaries, back stiller, white villa, fresh vanilla, garage like a kill himself. Lauren Hill, get up. Crib Calabasas on the hill. I had a morning plate. Beatles on the red carpet. Alcatraz bars, crash cars, ain't no future in front. My homies rip your mask off.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Polo to the flow though. You already know though. It's Adamville for real. You see ya, just take a photo. I'm reppin' as on photo with a on your bro though. Cause that Dodo thought that he could rob a player for some dodo. Oh no, also Allen Temple. Also England Mountain. Also Mystic Valley. And I got a couple yesterday. Every, hey, with my wife, but if she meet her, might be a go.